drama teacher. We're all here to support her. There's Daddy. He's here to support her. And then we have Aunt Sandy and Uncle Adam here to support.
21 and under showcase. Great to have you here. We're gonna start off our show with some fun, and we'll be bringing up Christy, who's going to do some comedy for you. So let's have a nice round of applause.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How are we?
Good.
Alright, so I'm predicting tonight to be very interesting because last time I did my routine, my parents were here, which is kind of awkward for some parts. This time I have my parents and my current drama teacher. So if I something bad, I'm getting an F in my class. So clean comedy, here I go, or relatively clean comedy. All right, so you know, it's okay to feel sad. People always tell me life is like a roller coaster. There's ups and there's downs, but there's always a thrill. So don't worry. Oh, I'll worry. I get motion sick. So life is like a roller coaster if it involves public puking and humiliation. I guess it's true for Paris Hilton's life, but that's about it. So, you know, I was trying to draw inspiration for my act today by looking at Comedy Central acts and everything. That scared me because I'm extremely underqualified to be a comedian. Because I'm not Jewish, I did not go to Catholic school, and I am not from the hood. However, I am gay, so that'll either get you to laugh with me more, laugh at me more, or throw small rocks at me. Whichever you choose, I'm here. Yeah, thank you. You know, another place I got a lot of inspiration is my high school drama class, and I have a lot of kids here, so drama nerds!
Yeah!
Basically, we're a group of the most eccentric and spirited teenagers you'll ever meet, who think and say the most random things. We can start with a question that normal kids can answer, but can we do that? Oh no. It becomes an all-out war of who can say the most witty or smart answer or comment. It's like a presidential debate without the old people. And you know, I just got my part in the upcoming play, and it's a therapist, but I read it wrong. I thought it said the rapist. So I was like, this is perfect. I'm a method actor, so I decided to grow a mustache, hang out at local parks, I eat 3 Big Macs a day. I was prepared. But the only part I failed at was the 3 Big Macs. I can never understand people at fast food restaurants. It's not my fault they sound like Darth Vader, okay? And they say the most obvious things. I highly doubt it's anyone's first time at McDonald's. And if it is, do you really need to tell me to order when I'm ready? Should I tell you what I want while I'm at it too? And then, once I finally decided what I want, which is quite the ordeal because I can never make up my mind, they ask me to want something new. Something new. I already told you what I want, so now I have to rescan the entire menu and see if my airbrushed enlarged picture of that burger looks tasty. So by this time, there's this mob of people behind me who are just like yelling all these 4-letter words. And I don't mean food and hurry, okay? I mean the bad ones. The bad ones. So then I decide what I want, and they tell me to pull forward. Let's recap. I'm sitting here with a mob of people who are angry they have to wait longer to pay $6 on a burger. And this Darth Vader wannabe is telling me to pull forward and away from them. Thanks for the advice. There's a lot of directions in the world we just don't need. This is a true story. I was in a hotel in the LA area not too long ago. And the back of the door of the hotel had the most extensive set of directions of how to survive a fire. I know what you're thinking. Yes, I read the door. But it said, word for word, exit building immediately, even at the risk of ending up in the street in your pajamas. Okay, firstly, if your pajamas are so embarrassing, you are willing to risk death to change out of them, you really need to go back to Walmart, okay? Ending up outside in your Hannah Montana footy PJs cannot be as embarrassing as the one whose tombstone reads, died in hotel fire with pants down. You should have read the door. And then there are even more directions after that, such as waving a sheet out the window while laying on the floor. And my personal favorite, filling up the bathtub with water. But it never tells you why. I guess the firefighters will stop in for a bath or something, I don't know. But you know what the best part is? By the time you've read all this, it's too late. Like they say, life is like a roller coaster. All right, thank you all for your time. Everybody enjoy the show. Next up we have Smug Fish. So give it up for Smug. Hi, everyone. Once again, I'm Christy! Woo! So, how's everyone going so far tonight?
Good.
Oh my God! Alright, so I'm gonna start you out with a random fact. Did you know that shampoo, sunscreen, and hairspray all have directions, but soda cans do not? Luckily, we have the internet. If you Google how to drink a soda, yeah, I looked it up, then you will find directions on how to do everything, except for open the can. What? Justin Bieber is really popular. I bet he can open a can. But really though, his music is terrible, but I like him. I mean, it's so hard to find such a lesbian look-alike, you know? I mean, you see that hairdo? He's so supportive of my kind. I mean, hello. Alright, I know picking on 8-year-olds isn't nice, I'll stop. But I tell everyone, he's gonna take over the world. You want, oh, sorry. He'd take over the world, just like Starbucks and hookers, you know, just popping up on every corner. I know this because I saw it in my crystal cube. Why a cube? I don't like balls. Crystal balls. Oh! Flying out of the gutter. Oh, dang. I hate the DMV. Who else hates the DMV?
Yeah.
So I'm 15 years old and I already hit the DMV. I went there a couple weeks ago to get my permit, and basically they make you wait in line with a bunch of people who thought they were at the insane asylum. Because I had my test, and the woman who's grading the test was really angry about her job, and she acted like I was the reason for it. You will not believe how she got vengeance for her job. This is her desk. There's this boy, about my age, you know, a boy, because that's the point of the story. There's a boy standing in front of the desk, and she decides it'd be really cool if she makes me stand as close as physically possible to him while she tells me how to drive. She did that hand gesture, you know? I mean, something vulgar, it's about language, just till I am squished up against this boy. We were past the point of sardines, people. We were squished together like die-hard Twilight fans, waiting for a midnight premiere in the cold. In the cold. And just my luck, there's this girl to my left, pretend she's here, that's making my gaydar go off like crazy, okay? It's like, boo, 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 boo. And, okay, and it's like rainbow, there's like little golds in the rainbow, you know, it's deep, I know. And instead of meeting her, I'm sharing personal space with this guy. Now, to make matters worse, she's one of those people with an absolutely unbearable voice. And she just keeps going on and on and on. She's worse than the robot voice in the sky. You know, the one that says a new letter and number every 5 seconds? At least she makes people happy. I think of her as the all-knowing voice in the sky. And trust me, she gets her powers from the crystal cube too, if you know what I mean. I just know, it's a gift. But I give back to her for her awesome powers, but acting like I have won the lottery when my number is called. G242. Wow! You hear that? G242, window 15. Right here? You hear that? Window 15. And then I walk down, give everyone high fives, that cool winter walk, you know? It makes me feel really popular. Like the time I walked around with toilet paper on my shoe all day. People love you, okay? So I guess the DMV isn't all that bad. It's kind of like, you thought I was gonna say a roller coaster, but it's kind of like Facebook profile pictures. Have you ever seen those pictures? The little thumbnail looks really attractive, right? Then you click on it, they still look all right. Then you view more pictures and you realize that profile picture was the only time they ever brushed their hair or anything half decent. It's the only picture that the sunlight kind of made their brown eyes look hazel and you can't see that wart on their nose. And they're not doing that classic duck face, you know? Right? So I guess that's kind of what life is like to me. Nothing like a roller coaster. Sure, it's revolting, but never unbearable. So now that I've solved my lifelong dilemma, I'm gonna get going. Thank you all for your time.